What's up guys, it's X2Robbie2X here, and I'm back with some more Minecraft modding made easy, and I got a really fun mod to do today, so I'm kind of excited for this. Before we start, I kind of want to do some self-promotion, and I did buy Photoshop 5 today, and I played around with it a little. I'm not any good at it or anything, but this is what I came up with. I made a new channel background, so I hope you come check it out and leave some feedback or something. I know I'm not good. I know this is not pro or anything, but still. Alright, well, thanks for that. Now let's get to our mod. So in the past video, we created a Blockium crossbow. Now, let's give that crossbow some use, because for now it's pretty much just used as a paperweight. So we want to make it shoot arrows. And what better model to shoot arrows than the bow? So you're going to want to open up the item bow.java class. And basically, you're just going to copy, here's the constructor. You're just going to copy everything from under the constructor until the end. Make sure to watch parentheses and you don't get too many of them because they'll cause problems. And simply just paste it right in here. Now also, item bow has set max damage 384. Let's go set max damage. Let's just do 400. That doesn't really matter. It'll be a killer bow anyways. You'll see in a second. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and explain all the methods and what they do. Public void on player stopped using. This pretty much means that when you right click something, you start using it, and when you release your right click, then you stop using it. So this is what happens when you release right click while using the bow. If the entity player, so if you are either in deplete buckets, this pretty much means creative mode. I don't know why it's deplete buckets, but this pretty much means creative mode, or your inventory has an arrow, then you can move on. So in creative mode, you don't actually use arrows if you don't have them. Like if you have arrows, you'll use them up. If you don't have arrows, you can still shoot the bow and it'll use arrows, but yeah, it's weird. So this part right here, the top, does not really matter because this just calculates velocity of the arrow, which we're not going to do. We're actually just going to hard code our velocity into something insane. So don't worry about this right here. This is just for whatever. Now we're going to start at here at entity arrow equals new entity arrow. So what it does is creates a new arrow and it passes in the world, the entity player, which is you, and then it gives it the velocity. Now this is quite a small velocity, so let's just go ahead and set up to 100. Because 100 velocity is pretty much, it's so fast that it'll just kill anything one shot, which is awesome. And the way the arrows actually generate damage is, I think velocity is a huge part of that, and I think there's some base damage in there too, but velocity is the thing that you want. So if F equals whatever, we don't really care about this either, just that's critical damage. We're not even going to use critical damage, so it doesn't matter. Item tag damage item. Okay, this doesn't matter either. World play sound at entity. This pretty much means when you shoot, it's going to make a bow sound. A random bow sound, I guess. There's more. I didn't know about that, but yeah. It's going to make a bow sound. And then, entity player inventory, consume inventory item. So pretty much when you release, it's going to consume one of your arrows. And we can actually comment this out. Just put 2 slashes before the line. So it's not going to use up any arrows. Even though, you know, we're not going to be using arrows because I'm going to be playing creative. But still, we can test that out. So just put 2 slashes right there. On food eaten, we can delete this one. Max item duration. You can delete this one because this pretty much means how long can you use it for. Which is like how much can you right click, and we're gonna want to make our like super fast, so let's just get rid of that. Get item use action. You can delete this one also, because this is the action, meaning that's like the animation of the bow. And since we don't have a custom animation for our crossbow, it's not going to do anything. Now, on item right click. This pretty much means what happens when you hold down the right click button. And what it does is, if you're in creative mode again, or have an arrow, it's going to set the sorry for that. It's going to set the item in use, and then you're going to return it. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's our crossbow is done. We can shoot arrows, and I'm actually going to show you this right now. Let's go ahead and make sure to save. We're going to recompile. Now, what I want to do, you may have noticed up here that I have entity TNT primed open. And what I wanted to do is actually, once to show you how to actually just use this crossbow, whatever. We're gonna make a pretty fun crossbow. It's gonna explode arrows. You'll see in a second. Let's go to one of the worlds, and I'm gonna need 2 more arrows just to demonstrate something. So, when a bow shoots, and you're still in creative, like if you're in creative and you have arrows, it's going to use up those arrows before it goes to the infinite arrows. So when you shoot with the bow, you use an arrow. Okay, that's great. We just critical hit that sheep. All right, whatever. And when you use crossbow, you don't use any arrows, which is awesome. You do use durability though. You can set that off. I don't feel like getting into that right now. But yeah, so we set that velocity at 100. I don't know if you remember that. This pretty much means that I mean, these arrows will travel forever and will not drop. Well, not forever, but still. So let's shoot that up straight. See, like right in the crosshair. I have the sheep right in my crosshair. There's no drop or anything, and I'm simply just pushing it. I can do as fast if I want to. I don't have to. But I mean, this is what velocity does. There's just so much velocity behind that arrow that it just killed everything in one shot, and it's just so fast that it just goes straight. There's no drop to it. So this is just pretty awesome. I mean, you can play around with it. I mean, you don't want to make an overpowered mod. You don't want to do all that, you know. But maybe like make some kind of a really hard ammo. So like if you have something really hard to get, like a diamond, I don't know, like 1,000,000 diamond blocks or something like that, then you can have this crossbow with unlimited ammo. See, I'm not using any arrows. Now if I were to go back to the bow, I just use an arrow. But since I'm using a crossbow, I'm not using any arrows, and this thing kills everything in one shot because of its amazing velocity. Now, alright, that's kind of fun, I guess. You know, it's whatever. It's not as much fun as what we're gonna do right now. Now let's go back here. I'll minimize that. So we have this entity TNT primed, and if you scroll all the way down, you might see this method that says private void explode. Now this is what we're looking for. This is it. Now this is a this is a private method to TNT prime. This is not in the item, I think it is. Entity. This is not in entity. This is a private to TNT prime. So what we're going to do is we're not going to copy the method. We're just going to copy this code right here that pretty much tells the world to create an explosion at this position. And let's go to our entity arrow. Make sure to open up entity arrow, also .java. And the TNT is an entity TNT primed.java. So we're going to copy this. Remember, just copy this little one line of code and explode. And we're going to move on to entity arrow. Now, let's have a little fun with this. So where can we paste this to have the most damaging effect? Entity arrow. Okay, these are just constructors. Set arrow heading, set velocity. See, this is like pretty much just sets the velocity and whatever. On updates, this is what we want. So on update in pretty much any, if you see this in any class, on update, it's usually something about damage. So let's see, on update, I don't really want it to blow up every time. Okay, perfect. If it's okay, if the arrow is in ground, then it goes through all this stuff. Da 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 da. If okay, let's put it right here. If he ticks in ground plus plus, right after that, just paste in that line of code. Now you're gonna get an error right here where you see F, and F is actually the blast radius of the explosion. So I don't want to go overboard with this, but I'm just gonna put 2. That works. Now make sure I'll separate this so we can see. Right after there's an if statement in the. This is inside of the method on update. You're gonna scroll down a bit. Then you're gonna see if in ground. So that means if the arrow sticks in the ground, and then you're gonna see another nested if right here. And then right after that if, there's a ticks in ground plus plus. And then you're gonna just paste in your line of code. That's it. And you're gonna replace your F at the end. Your parameter F is gonna be whatever you want your blast radius to be. Now, if I don't know, you might not want to make it too big because you might create some lag. But this is the radius, not the diameter. This is the radius. So, make sure to keep that in mind. I mean, that's it. I mean, we just made exploding arrows. So let's go try this out. Let's recompile again. I gotta make sure everything's saved. All right, everything's saved. Da 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 da. Yeah, I've tested this out before, and it's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. And this would be definitely an overpowered mod, but it's just about creativity. Like, what all can you pull out of any class in here that you can add into any other class to make make stuff work? What I'm working on right now is actually a magic mod, and I don't think I'm going to post any of those on my tutorials. Oh, jeez. Alright, so it already started. All the arrows that were stuck in the ground before. Oh, jeez. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, let's go over here. Wow, it's kind of lagging. Never-ending explosions over there. Alright, so let's see. Let's shoot. Oh, we shot an arrow into the ground and exploded. Let's shoot an arrow at the pig. Nope, didn't explode. Alright, so it works. Every time an arrow gets stuck in the ground, like it said, if in ground, it's going to explode. Like we told it to explode. And it makes a hole that has a radius of 2. So there you go. 1, 2. 1, 2. There you go. Now, the bad thing about this is, when you shoot arrows into the water, the explosions never actually do anything because it's underwater. So the arrow just it's stuck in water, which is oh, that's really loud. So it's gonna explode forever. So yeah, might have to fix that or something. Oh, lag. So I mean, yeah, you can. Hey, there's Blockium. Yeah, let's explode us some Blockium. Oh, hello, creeper. I love this crossbow. I tried this crossbow on my hardcore server that I play on. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, I will be doing a. Well, you probably didn't know. I don't know why I thought you would. I will be doing a hardcore single player. I mean, multiplayer series, and I'm gonna be quitting my hardcore single player series and replacing it with my multiplayer series. Haha. This is so awesome. And yeah, make sure to watch out for that. It's gonna be pretty awesome. There's these servers. There's a few of them actually that I play on, and it's a hardcore server. There's PvP on, and if you die, you get banned for, depending on the server. I mean, I play on one server. If you get banned, you're banned for until the 1st of every month, and then on the 1st they just reset the ban. So yeah, make sure to watch out for that series. I'm going to be doing some Let's Plays of that, and hopefully I'll stay alive and won't embarrass myself. But yeah, leave a like if you actually like this tutorial, and subscribe for more videos, usually gameplay and more tutorials. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you.